please.
The road crews for big music acts crisscross the country for weeks at a time, driving thousands of miles a year to ensure that the gear and equipment arrive safely to the next concert venue. During the long, dark hours traveling city to city, these guys think they have seen it all. But recently, one veteran roadie caught something overhead that absolutely blew his mind. In October 2016, Chris Hulbert, a truck driver who was on tour with the music group, was walking back to his hotel while working a gig in Charlotte, North Carolina, when he and his crew saw some weird light activity in the night sky.
So this is the Le Meridian Hotel in downtown Charlotte, and we are here watching whatever those are. As you can see, they're sparkling. Don't know what they are, but they're really up there. Yeah, you can see it on my phone. Yeah. I never seen anything like that.
My name is Chris Hulbert. I'm the one who actually shot the film. They started out in an odd formation. They were blinking and moving slightly erratical. If you look closely at the lights, you can actually see them sort of like going back and forth. And the other odd thing about the whole situation was the wind was going the opposite direction of where this thing was going.
So whatever they are, they're moving around like fireflies, but they're really high up in the air.
Wow. Plus its light patterns keep changing.
I actually thought this video was really interesting. I had never seen UFOs that looked like that. They sort of are twinkling and moving.
See if I can show the hotel here. There's the hotel, and these things are all jumping around.
To his credit, he pans down to give perspective. There's the hotel, there's the lights. But they're twinkling, they're coalescing, they're moving a little bit. It was way too bright to be stars. It was way too bright to be something that was far off. It felt like it was in our atmosphere, in our sky.
As intriguing as this shimmering display was, the situation became even more captivating when the lights began to take shape.
Now it's moved into it's like a vertical pyramid looking thing, or a triangle. I don't know what that is.
They went from being just kind of displaced to turning into a triangle. So something had to be operating or moving it into that position.
The lights act as though they're being manipulated by some kind of intelligence, and many people who have UFO sightings have the intuitive feel that they are witnessing something intelligently controlled.
I drive all over the United States and Canada about 280 days a year, and I've honestly never seen anything like this in all the time I've been on the road.
Chris later posted the video online to see if anyone had any answers. He was excited when the local chapter of Mutual UFO Network, known as MUFON, reached out to research the video.
MUFON had documented this account, and then they also talked to the FAA, and the FAA said they had nothing in the air that night that would be over the hotel in any way, shape, or form. To actually have somebody who really thinks this is something serious and this isn't just, somebody sending up drones or Chinese lanterns was pretty cool to know that there might be something completely different. This could be alien craft. I really don't know.
It's really unclear whether or not this is one entity or a bunch of entities grouped together. And if it is a bunch of smaller entities, then it's most likely that they're communicating somehow.
Now it's making a triangle like it's an actual geometric form when before it was just moving around.
A lot of times we've seen the triangular or V-shaped light formations. This one seemed more complicated than that, so I would say this is unique in that aspect.
There's so many different types of sightings of UFOs in the skies. A lot of people believe that triangular formations is a different type of visit and race of alien than, for instance, you would see these rows of lights communicating with each other with like vibrations and blinking and colors.
That night, Chris filmed whatever this was for almost 8 minutes. But duty called, and he had to put the camera down to make a run to pick up equipment. By the time he'd returned to the hotel, the lights had disappeared.
We had a couple of days in Charlotte, but that was the only night that I saw the lights.
There's no real explanation for it. The city hasn't come out and said anything about it. The military hasn't said that they were doing any tests or anything like that. It's obviously not airplanes or helicopters. We just don't know what the heck it is. And that's what makes this footage so compelling.
No matter what the lights were, Chris feels that he witnessed something special that night.
I've always had a belief in extraterrestrials, and it was just really cool to see something that you hear about all the time, and you see these documentaries of people talking about, but you never see it yourself. And then when you do, it really kind of hits home.
Don't know what they are, but they're really up there.
Coming up,